Hello! I got my snuggle pajamas on and I was just getting ready for bed when I said, whoops, we haven't done a story yet. So I came to one of my favorite, funniest books. Now, I hope you're ready because you're going to have to do a lot of work in this book. Never touch a T-Rex. This is the part of the My First Playtime Treasury. Let's go. Hey, you! I know why you're here. You want to touch the T-Rex, don't you? Well, you can't. Here's security with their rules book. My job is to keep the T-Rex safe away from people like you. Now here's the rules. You must never touch a T-Rex unless you point to your nose. Now I know there's no way you can point to your nose. Go ahead, try. Can you point to your nose? How did you do that? All right, this is the real rule. You must never touch a T-Rex unless you point to your nose while you're touching your toes. Now you have two hands. See if you can do it. Point to your nose and touch your toes. Okay, genius. The actual rule is this. Never touch a T-Rex unless you point to your nose, touch your toes, and go find a rose. Gotcha! I know. You're not going to find a rose anywhere on this page. How are you doing this? Did you find a rose? Oh my goodness. Let's see what happens. Right. Well, even you won't be able to do all of this. You need to point to your nose, touch your toes, find a rose, and there's a secret rose. Can you find it? And you also have to shout, banana. Point to your nose, touch your toes, find the rose, and shout, banana. Who can do that? Let's hear you. Oh my goodness, you might get to touch a T-Rex. Have you done this before? Well, it's lucky, said the security man. I have a plan. This little jar here says glue. Let's see what his idea is. I'm gonna have to turn it the other way. You must never touch a T-Rex unless you point to your nose, touch your toes, find a rose, shout banana, wave at me, count to 3, meow like a cat, flap like a bat, and sing high and then low and say something slow. Let's try it. Can you point to your nose? Touch your toes. Find the rose. Shout banana. Wave at me. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Meow like a cat. Meow. Flap like a bat. Sing high then low and say something slow. Arrgh! Sounds like all of you were able to do that, doesn't it? Hello. Sorry about the guard. The T-Rex said, there is really only one rule you must remember. And this is the T-Rex talking, and he says, you must never touch a T-Rex unless you ask politely. Go ahead, ask nicely. May I touch you? Okay, go give it a try. How nice and polite you are. Of course you can, says the T-Rex. Okay, you're brighter than I thought, but I've got one more rule for you. Don't close this book. Whoops! I guess I broke the rule, but it's getting late. Time for bed. Good night. I love you. Bye-bye.